Good morning to you all. My name is Aryan Singh Rana, and in today's video, I'll be explaining you to solution to the question 387 with the title First Unique Character in a String in LeetCode. It is of easy difficulty level and covers the topics like hash table, string, queue, and counting. The question says that given a string S, find the first non-repeating character in it and return its index. If it doesn't exist, then return -1. Okay, so the question is pretty simple. It simply says that we need to return the first non-repeating character in a whole string, and if there is not a character which is not being duplicated or is not being repeated in the string S, then we simply need to return -1, indicating that there is no unique character inside the string. So let me explain you the example. First, as we can say that in the example one, the string S is equal to lead code, and it only contains two unique characters, which is lead and code. But we need to return the index of the first non-repeating character. So as we can see, the output is 0 because the occurrence of the first non-repeating character in this string is L over here. That's why the output is L 0 over here. Now, for coming to the example number two, as we can see in this whole code, only V, T, and C, D are unique characters, but the first non-repeating character is V, and the index of V over here is 2, and that's why the output in the example 2 is as 2 as well. Similarly, now coming to the example 3, as we can see that it contains double A, double V, and both of them are non-repeat are repeating characters. That's why the output is -1 over here, indicating that there is no character that is a unique character inside the string. The constraints are over here like this, which says that the length of S can vary from 1 to 10 raised to power 5, and S only contains English letters, small lowercase English letters. Now the solution for this code is pretty simple. As you can see that first I created a n variable which will hold the index for the first unique non-repeating character, but I initialized it with the value of integer dot max value, giving it the maximum value the integer can hold. I explain you later why I did this. Now coming to the loop that I used to iterate through the whole string. I use the loop to iterate through each and every alphabetical data present in the English, for like from A to Z in lowercase only. As you can see, I initialized a for loop with the I char I variable, and initialized the char I with the char A, and it would go till char Z. As you can see that I've used less than equal to over here, which means that I would iterate till it reaches the Z character, and I'm simply incremented after each iteration. The value of I would be incremented accordingly. Now, as we know that for loop is iterates only over number. But what's happening over here is that it would be iterating using their Unicode. For example, the Unicode of A is 97 and the Unicode of B is 98, and the Unicode of C would be 99, and so on till Z. So it would go from 97 till 126, 123 Unicode in its iteration in the loop. So it would in total do 26 iteration, which is a fixed amount. And what it would do inside each of those iteration is that it would first check whether the index of the as you can see that index of the character that I is currently holding is not -1. As we know that the index of function is used to find the first occurrence of the specified character inside this specified string. If that character is not available inside the specified, if that character is not available inside the specified string, then it would return -1. That's why I use this condition over here, which says that if that character is available, so the condition should be that it should satisfy that the index of function doesn't return -1 as the value. And I used AND operator over here, which means that for this if command to be triggered, both of these conditions should be equal true. And the second condition is that if the index of I and the s dot index of I and is equal to s dot last index of I, which means that this, as I told you, it returns the first occurrence of the specified character inside the string, but the last index of returns the last occurrence of the specified string inside of the specified character inside the string. So for a character to be unique, as we know that the character should there should be only one character inside the whole string, and if the first and the last index of that particular character is same, it means that in the whole string the that particular character is unique, because the first and last occurrence is same only. That's why I use this over here. After that, I simply updated the value of n, as I told you, and holds the minimum. And holds the first unique occurrence of the index of the first unique occurrence inside the whole string. Now I use mat.min over here, and as you can see that it is updating like n comma s dot index of I. Now, why I used mat.min over here? For example, let's say I have some array like A, H, C, H, B, J, and B. Now, let me just do it like this. Okay. Now, when our loop would iterate over using the Unicode of the from A to Z, it would first go to A, and it would see that the A is not available over here. Now, coming serial wise, the third iteration of the loop would represent C, and it would update the index of the C in the end, because as we can see that the first and last index function would return the same index. That's why the C would be updated in the index of the C would be updated inside the n variable. Now it would go to I skipped through the B iteration as well. It would then go to B. First it would go to B. It would update the n value to B. Then it would go to C, and it would update the C value value of index of C in the n, because the for the occurrence to be the first unique occurrence, the index should always be the smallest. So as we know that the index of B would be largest than the index of C. That's why the index of C would be stored in rather than the index of B, because when we count is 0, 1, 2, 3, the index of C is 3, and 4, 5, 6, and index of B is 6. So C's index value would be stored. Then after each and last, when we go through the whole iteration, the last iteration would be of Z, and we know that the string contains the only this Z over here, and the last index of an index of function would return the same index. So the min value would be updated to 0, because the index of the Z is 0, and it is the smallest index, which signifies that solidify the thing that it is the first unique character inside the whole string. That's why I use math.min over here, and that is the specific reason I use the integer.max value over here, because if I give some random number to the n, then it would create an error in my whole calculation. Now in the last, I simply return the it would check first. This is I use a ternary operator over here, which means that it would first check if the n's value is equal to integer.max value, which means that n was never updated, and it simply signifies that there was never a unique character in the whole string to begin with. That's why if the n is equal to integer dot max value, then it would return -1, signifying that there is no non-repeating unique character inside the whole string. And if it is not equal to integer dot max value, then it would simply return the n value out of the function. Now, this was the whole code. I am simply running the code to test my test results, test case, all the test cases. As we can see that all the test cases have been passed. Now I am submitting the question. As you can see that the code has been successfully submitted, and it beats 93.54% of the rest of the users who solved the same question using the Java. Now coming to the time complexity of this whole question. Now the fact of the matter of this code is that we know the number of loops of iteration in this whole code is always fixed, which is 26 times, which means that the time complexity of this whole code would be order of 1, or you can say the order of constant, because we know the number of times of number of iterations is always constant. So that's why the whole time of complexity is dominated. As we know, the whole time complexity is dominated by the loop in this code specifically. So that's why the time complexity would remain constant only. Well, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.